Oh, I know this may be hard to believe, but the government is still looking for more people to apply to like rent grants, mortgage grants, utility grants. Yep. And it's different all over the country. That's why you'll check one source and they say no, but there's so many sources even in one location that you have to be aware of. Now here I just did a Google search, and the way to get out a lot of the crap in Google search is to put news only. So if I put rent grants and just click on news, then I'm not getting anything that's selling me anything. See, these are all just legitimate news items, stories, not people making up stuff so they can sell you stuff. Ooh, do I do that? I don't know. But that's what you got to get. People spend money on marketing. So they'll put anything just to get your eyeballs and then try to get money from you, because that's how Google makes money. But you put in news, then you're going to get information about, genuine news, people doing reporting, not people making up stuff for marketing campaigns. So here, Lincoln. Okay, I get Lincoln Public Radio. New grants to help Lincoln small businesses pay rent. So that's even businesses. It's not only people, but they're just released a new program for business rents. Gov't Rent Relief Program in New Jersey now offers $10,000 grants. Wow. For residents of New Jersey. Okay, that's brand new. Far newer homeless families using rent subsidies to move. Okay, now here, this is a program, and I looked at it. It's called Special One-Time Assistance Grants. Okay, this gives you money to move. Now, how would you think that there's moving money? You want to get out from under? Okay, it's called Special One-Time Assistance Grants. And that's I know New York City has that, and there may be other cities. So you got to check for something like that. People in Let's Go Help asking for moving expenses. I tell them to check this in your local area. And if not, then there's other sources. New Jersey will pay bonuses to help child care providers recruit, keep workers. Well, that's not rent. I don't know how it showed up in there. Treasury begin redistributing rental assistance money to high-need communities. That means the Treasury, who was giving money to all these states and counties to give out for rent, somebody didn't spend it all. If they didn't spend it all, they're going to take it back and give it to other people who need it and spent all their money, and there's still people applying. That's you. You need it, and you need to still apply. Okay, here, Milford approves $200,000 for rental assistance. Milford, I think New Milford that's a little town somewhere in New York, Pennsylvania, I forget. Okay, New Mexico races to spend federal rent assistance. You hear that? New Mexico races. They're hurrying up, trying to spend their money. Now, how could you help that poor bureaucrat trying to make quota? Because, see, if they don't spend it, they don't get it. They got to give it back to the government, and all the voters will get pissed off. Why'd you get the money? So they're trying to get rid of it all. The ARPA grants. I don't know what that is, to support Vermont's early child care network. Salvation Army. Actually, they have programs too, because what people like Salvation Army do, they get grant money to give it to individuals. City of Atlanta approves $12 million from rental assistance. Okay, brand new program. Maybe they ran out of the federal money. So now Atlanta is saying, hey, let's get some money, because there's a lot of local governments, a lot of states that now have extra money because of the COVID. Right? Isn't that amazing? But it is, because all the rich people got made more money, had no place to spend it. They couldn't go on vacations. They couldn't do anything. So they just pay taxes. And now the states have these taxes. Okay, here, JP Morgan Chase commit $8 million to improve households. $8 million for Chase C. Morgan. That's a marketing campaign. That's going to do nothing. I don't know why they do that. Murphy announces plan to invest $20 million to help who's operating a business, small business money. So for them to pay rent. Funds for pending rent and utility bills are still available in California. Wow, this is the most expensive place to live in the world, it seems, in California. And they still looking for people to give out rent money and money to pay their utility bills. First-time home buyer grants. Maintenance spending relief money faster than most states, but it's not fast enough, the article goes on to say. Reminder, important, stimulus program can get you $25,000, and not enough people are using it. What? What? There has been combined $46 million. That's a rental assistance. That's right. That's what you could get up in the rental assistance. Not enough people are using it. You hear that? Wow. I mean, that's incredible. You would think not, because you made a couple phone calls and they say, oh no, we don't have any. So you thought, there's no more in the world. Nonsense. You have to keep digging, and you digging harder and harder and harder. And okay, so that's rental. So business. And okay, now here's mortgage relief. Okay, oh, mortgage. Oh, so it's going to help me mortgage? Yes, up to $35,000. Still historically low. The mortgage relief is going to end soon too. Biden administration extends additional mortgage relief on other kind of loans. So now more is covered under the Biden mortgage relief. There are still mortgage relief programs for struggling people that can't find it. Right? See, there's still, even though forbearance ended September 30th, you still have mortgage grant money floating around there. You're going to have to dig at it. So I'll show you where to go to start digging. Homeowners existing mortgage forbearance at faster rate in past year, data show. Mortgage relief options available to homeowners. Wow. Okay. Minneapolis and the county there start mortgage relief program. They just started one. Owners up to $36,000. Wow. Tracy Andrus Foundation offers new mortgage assistance, nonprofit organization. See, they're doing that too. It's not only the government. You have to search hard. FHA further extends pandemic relief for reverse mortgage. Wow, interesting. Hawaiian homesteaders are the first to get pandemic relief. Homesteaders, right? That means they give you 5 free land, I think. Mortgage affordability has been this bad since 2008. When will it get better? Well, that's another issue. You just want a grant and it's there, but it's going to take you work. Okay. Now, how do you find this stuff? Okay, here's one. I'll put all these links in the bottom. One is NLIHC. That stands for National Low Income Housing Coalition. They have a listing of all the rent programs, state by state, where Alaska, Arizona, just go down the state, find the one closest to you and do it. That's rent and utilities, okay? That's in that one. Okay, now mortgage, and that includes utilities too. That's another nonprofit organization called NCSHA, or National State Housing Association. I know that. I don't know what the C is. National Coalition State Housing Association. I don't know. But it's state housing finance agencies. They have it all there. And there's a map there. Click on the map and find out there, and they'll tell you where to apply. Okay. Now that's just the start. Okay, because once you get those national programs, and they're telling you where to get the money locally for these national programs. Now, what you also have is local programs that give out more money for the same thing. Oh my God, I mean, there's that many people that need. Yes, there is. How do you find that? 2 ways, 211.org. And the other one is findhelp.org. Now you don't put in rent or mortgage or utilities. That's how you start. But when you start and do that, you get, say, like here on, let's see, 20009, and I'll put search, and I'll show you. When you get into both of these, housing, okay, housing advice, paying for housing, pay internet and phone, pay utilities, let's say pay utilities. Okay, now in pay utilities, that's what we have for my zip code here. Okay, we have like 29 organizations that help with utilities. 29. Okay, 29, not 1, 29. What are you going to do with them? Okay, the best way to do it, now you got to allow some time. You roll up your sleeves and get your own. Remember this thing? It's a phone. It's a phone. Phones were here way before the internet. Now the internet's on the phone, but we always had phones. That's what you need. You call each one of those. So you take 29 phone calls. What the hell? What'd you do? So take you 3 hours? What'd you do the last 3 hours? We don't know. But if you had a chance to get $25,000, man, spend 3 hours doing that. Yeah, call each one and ask them, hey, I'm in trouble. You don't have to know what to say. You just have to know how to call and who to call. Here it is. You know who to call. And then you go over to 211 and do the same thing. And they'll show you another list. Maybe the same, maybe duplicate. You find more that may be not in that. Boy, all you want is a list. You want to know where all the single women are hanging out. So you can ask them. Whether they go out with you or not is another story. But you got to know where they are first to get a chance. And that's what this is. So that's what life is all about. It is digging hard, getting a list, checking it twice, finding out who's naughty or not. No, that's something else. That's a Santa stuff. Well, there's Santa. Uncle Sam is Santa, giving all this stuff. And local government, it's not just Biden and the Treasury Department and the monkeys on Capitol Hill. No, it's local, because a lot of the money goes from the federal to the local, and then they hand it out one by one by one. That's why it takes so long. They can't figure out how to handle this stuff out, without getting screwed. Because people will take advantage of you, right? So that's why it's tough. And so there's a little constipation in the system. And so bring along some X-Lax or something like that. Make sure you do it. And this is the X-Lax, okay? You got to get that shit out of there, okay? And you got to use your phone.